Hi students, this is Mrs. Mitchell. I just wanted to make a little video in case anybody was struggling with a math task for today and just do an example or two with you and then let you give it another try. So, Stephanie is helping her band collect money to pay for new instruments. The band decided to sell boxes of chocolate bars online. Each bar sells for $1.50 and each box contains 20 bars. Below is a partial table of money collected for different numbers of boxes sold. So first thing we're going to do, like always, is make sure that we understand what this word problem is talking about. So it's saying that she's selling chocolate bars. I don't know if you guys have seen a lot of bands and choirs do this where they sell the boxes of chocolate bars, and inside it's got a bunch of chocolate bars. You sell them for like $1 each, or in this case, $1.50 each. So let me just draw, as we often do, to make sure we understand. So this is going to be our box of chocolates, and then inside we've got individual bars, and there's 20 of those. Okay, so inside this box there's 20 bars, and if this bar right here is $1.50, then we would have to multiply that by 20 to know how much money you can earn from one box, okay? And that's exactly what they've done here. Is it says one box, you make $30. So $1.50 times 20 equals 30. That's where that came from. So let's take a look now just at this table right here to make sure that we understand what's going on in this table. So the directions say to complete the table below for the values of M. Well, what's M? It says right here that M is a variable that represents the money that's collected, and the boxes sold is represented by the variable B. So over here you've got how many boxes are sold, and if that many boxes are sold, that would be how much money you get from that box. So one box of chocolates, which consists of 20 bars, earns you $30, okay? And then over here in this column, it's showing that if you were to write in ordered pairs so that you could graph this situation on the coordinate plane, it would be 130. And you can see it has B here. Oh, I don't want to draw on that. It has B here and M here. It's showing that as an ordered pair. The reason it says B, comma, M or X, comma, Y is because to make it clear that on the graph, the X values are the boxes, okay? That's the independent variable. So in other words, the amount of money that you make, which is on the y-axis, depends on how many boxes you sell. So the money is the dependent variable, which is on the y-axis, and the boxes you sell is the independent variable. So that's why it's on the x-axis. So there's your ordered pair based on the boxes sold and the money collected. And corresponding point on graph, that just means, well, where is that point on this graph right here? And you can see if you go over 1 and up to 30, point H is right here. Okay, so that's how to interpret this table. So if you're looking at this, it wants you to complete the table for this column right here. So we're just going to focus in on these two columns right here, and it's showing a relationship between 1 and 30. How do you get from 1 to 30? Well, you could multiply 1 times 30 to get $30. So if we continue that same pattern, 2 times 30, then you would get $60. And that would be the values for that. And if you were writing that as an ordered pair, you'd have B coming first would be 2, and then M is the money, which is 60. So on the coordinate plane down here, if you go over on the x-axis to 2 and up to 60, that would be point G. So the corresponding point on the graph would be G. Okay, so I just wanted to go through an example with you of how to fill that out, okay? So you can fill the rest of that out on your own. Numbers number 2 is asking you to go back and fill out these last columns here. So you can do that when you get to that point. Okay, for this second one, complete the last, no, excuse me, I'm looking at this now. The equation M equals 30B or M equals 30 times B, can be used to find the amount of money collected from any amount of boxes sold. So now we're looking at an equation that actually represents what's going on in this graph right here. So, and also in this table. So it's like writing a rule, right? So what it's saying is that for any amount of boxes that is sold, you're always going to multiply this number by 30 to get the output value, or the y-axis value, okay? So that's what this is saying. It's saying that the boxes times 30, okay, or 30 times B, it's just saying it the other way, is always going to tell you how much money you make. The M is for money. So it's asking to calculate how much money will be collected if 100 boxes are sold. So I'm going to get out my little pencil tool again. I'll use a different color for this. So if you've got M equals 30B, that's our equation representing what's on the graph. In this case, it says calculate how much money will be collected if 100 boxes are sold. So it tells us what this B value is. It says that the B value is 100. So we can just substitute or plug that in. M equals 30 times 100. Sorry, this is hard to do with a trackpad. So you can just solve that then. M equals 30 times 100. Well, I see 2 zeros, so I can just add those on. 1, 2. So you would make $3,000 if you sold 100 boxes. Okay, so that's plugging it into the equation. Now, for this one, it's a little bit different, and you're going to have to rely on something that you learned previously when we were talking about one-step equations. Using that same exact equation, M equals 30B. Now it says the band collected $1,530 from their sales. How many boxes did they sell? So this time they're telling you how much money, but you want to figure out how many boxes. So you'll have to substitute the value that you know into this equation. So we know that they made $1,530, and that still is going to equal 30 times however many boxes. So in this case, we're trying to solve for B. We don't know how many boxes. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I want you to solve the rest of this on your own, but if you need a little bit of a refresher about one-step equations, I'm going to try to be a YouTuber and link a review video of how to solve one-step equations in the corner. And if I'm unable to do that, then I'll just post the link below this video so that you can get a little refresher of how to solve an equation that looks like that one. But I do want you to try to do that on your own, so I'm not going to walk you through the rest of that. I think that's about it for today, you guys. Please let me know if you have any other questions about this, and I'd be happy to continue making videos like this if you find them helpful. Okay, have a great day.